42. How to Live with Yourself. Part 8. Meaning and Purpose. January the 12th, 1954. Good morning, friends. I hope that during these past 2 months or so that we have spent on how to live with yourself, one fact has been clear to us all. You and I may have trouble living with our neighbours, our boss, our in-laws, our wife or husband, or anyone else. But none of these persons present us with half the problem that we are to ourselves. The hardest person to live with is ourself. If you can live with yourself, you can live with anyone. Now, before we discuss this matter of how we can live with ourselves, I'd like to tell you about a book a friend gave to me about 4 or 5 years ago. This friend, having a keen interest in science, gave me Einstein's Theory of Relativity, saying that every intelligent man should read it. Well, I tried. Not very enthusiastically, but I tried. It didn't make much sense to me. The language was often meaningless to me, and the mathematical equations worse yet, so I quit. Because the book had no meaning for me, I couldn't take it. Our lives are like that. If our life has purpose and meaning, we enjoy and relish it. If purpose and meaning are lacking, we find it hard to live with ourselves, and I believe that's the reason for so much of our trouble today. The great erosion of our time has been the erosion of purpose and meaning. Take the function and purpose of womanhood, for example. A modern psychiatrist, a woman at that, has remarked that for centuries the symbols of womanhood were the cradle, the distaff, and the spinning wheel. But now are the lipstick, handbag, and mirror, and the girdle. Substance has given way to appearance. Nowadays, the Census Bureau, sociologists, and everyone in common regard a woman as unemployed if a housewife and mother. Yet 100 years or so ago, men would have said a woman was unemployed as a woman if not a housewife or mother. The home, in short, has lost its fullness of meaning, and many women find housework and motherhood as dull going as Einstein's book because the meaning is lost. The result is frustration and the feeling that the poor husband is a heel because he trapped her into marriage and its deadly routine. The meaning is gone from men's work too. Men no longer speak of their occupation or trade as a calling. Instead, they'll tell you, "It's not a bad job, it's as good a racket as any." A racket is not a calling, and it has nothing to offer except money and tolerably pleasing working conditions. Both men and women have lost purpose and meaning, the sense of a call from their work, because they themselves see no purpose in life itself. As a result, it becomes a deadly and meaningless routine, and they find it hard to live with themselves. We started with mathematics, so let's return to it for a moment. Supposing we take 1,000,000 zeros and then line them up, we have quite an imposing array of figures. But we still have exactly nothing. Add them up, multiply them, line them up, they still total nothing at all. But now take the number 1 and place it in front of them, and you have everything. It's the same with our lives. The 365 days we shall live this year mean nothing in themselves. It can be a deadly and meaningless routine that gives us nothing but more bills, more grey hairs, or perhaps just fewer hairs. And when we're through, none of those days add up to anything. But the moment we take God and place Him first in our lives, at the beginning of every day and foremost in every aspect, then the zero of our lives adds up to something by virtue of the power and meaning of God. Then we can live with ourselves, because our lives have purpose and meaning. He gives us the life that knows not age, good things that do not pass away, and the delights that have no end. We can say with Simon Patrick of long ago, "Thy truth and faithfulness is my best security. Thy wisdom is my satisfaction in all events and accidents. Thy power is my support, protection, and safeguard." Jesus said, "Without me you can do nothing." That is, you are not able to do anything. John 15:5. In this impotence we vex ourselves, become fretful at our meaningless life, and find it difficult to live with. In order to live with ourselves, we must first of all live with God as He is given to us in Jesus Christ. When we live with Him and in Him, we can echo Isaiah's words, "Lord, Thou wilt ordain peace for us, for Thou also hast wrought all our works in us." Isaiah 26:12.